been truncated. Prepare to be truncated. Oh, I'm trying to decide what I want to do if I ever get back to Medal of Honor Frontline. I'm trying to decide what I want to play after that. I got some other PlayStation DOS shooters in mind.
Let's say that other one seemed to be highly rated too. Something Rising Sun.
Yeah, you start off with the Pearl Harbor attack. Surprisingly, in my research, that is the only cooperative Medal of Honor title. So I would like to play some of that with friend of the show, Mark's Knight. But also, we try to play stuff together that's not online. We're kind of dependent on each other's schedules, so.
Yeah.
It's like, I need something I could play as well. I got those 2 Call of Duty games. I've got the Brothers in Arms games for Xbox. I just watched that Digital Foundry James Bond video. I'm fired up for James Bond video games for some reason. They brought up a lot of cool points. Like, I mentioned it with Medal of Honor Frontline. Like, there was no... If you've played a first-person shooter in the past, 15 years, you know how to play it. You just pick it up, and it's just going to be a different campaign, or... maybe you run across walls, or there's a time element to it, like a time shift, but you're playing the same game, and these games all experimented with stuff.
Yeah.
The first one was Agent Under Fire, Eurocom. Was it Eurocom? Someone built the first-person shooter engine, and someone built the racing sections. So you had 2 concurrent engines running, powering that game, and you didn't know how they were gonna play or control or. And it's wild, man. But the takeaway all the way through, I was shocked by this. I stayed shocked. The takeaway through all those Bond games on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, the best platform to play every single one is the GameCube, is the Nintendo GameCube. I mean, we knew it was a beast, but we always know it with first party, right? It's always Luigi's Mansion or Smash Brothers or Double Dash. It's always a first party showcase. The Digital Foundry episode, I don't know if I 100% agree with this, but they were saying, was that lead platform to carry over brand loyalty to Nintendo gamers who had played GoldenEye? But I was aware of all of these games, and I was I wasn't a Nintendo fanboy, but that was my platform of choice.
Yeah.
And if I was going to get something during that time, it was going to be on GameCube, but
I mean, also you had RE4 was technically, that was the definitive version for a while to play.
That was the only version.
GameCube version.
Yeah. Remember, it was cut
off. It was the only, and then once it did get on the PlayStation 2, it was the PlayStation 2 honestly wasn't even the better version.
No, it was nowhere up to snuff with the GameCube. That advantage was the Ada Wong mission, right? That was the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing was designed for the Cube. 100%. It's a really good video, though. I love those Digital Foundry retro ones. And when they let everybody talk and share their stuff, then and they brought somebody on there that I've never seen on their show before, but he's some they found a video game Bond expert, and he knows the history of a bunch of these and a bunch of the stuff in the movies. And I was like, wow, this is great. This is awesome insight for a bunch of this stuff. So if you're interested in video games,
Bond lore expert.
Yeah, he was. He was the lore master of, and man, I used to know that shit up one side and down the other. I had all the VHS tapes. They were selling them for $5 a piece at Sam's Club. So every time we went to Sam's Club, I'm not recording any of this. Every time we went to Sam's Club, I got a new Bond tape. And I think I was getting them as they released. But I watched them. What was the newest one?
Now recording.
Now recording.
Yep, you're in
there. The World Is Not Enough was the newest one at that time. When I was big into...
It had to be a Pierce Brosnan.
Yep. But I think we had just gotten... the span of me getting my own VCR and the span of me getting my own DVD player were very slim margins in those. That menu won't go away. There we go. On the stream, it just showed it showed all of our phone stuff, like hang up and turn up the volume. Yeah, I really want to play that new one, but I'm at that point. It's like, or the Dragon Quest unveiling. It's like, cool, Dragon Quest 12 looks really, really good, but I've got 11 other Dragon Quests that I haven't played that I probably own a variation of at least all of them, except for 10, the online one. But it's like,
I've gotten to the point now where it's like I've got to really, really want a game. When I took my small vacation last week, I talked myself out of the new Lego Batman. I really, really wanted that.
Oh,
it looks
man,
freaking
everything
amazing
I see about it. Oh God, yes.
And all like
so
the
good.
Easter eggs and everything. But the more I kept looking at it, I'm like, I can wait till this goes on sale. I can wait till this goes on sale. And I just talked myself out of it. And then the same thing with the Bond game. I'm like, man, this looks really good.
Yeah.
But I also don't need to play it right this second. I can wait on it.
They're calling it a combo of Uncharted and Hitman. It's like, yes, that is me. That's my type of game. I'll play the fuck out of that. I got an Uncharted game I need to play. I've got Hitman levels I can play. It's like, you're in the same boat too, right? And I got James Bond games I could play.
Right?
It's tough, but when
there might be another game we talk about later in the show that I may equate to a Uncharted title as well.
Oh.
Uncharted meets Mortal Kombat, I would say.
Oh. Go on. No, I also got Yoshi. I forgot to cancel my Yoshi and the Mysterious Book.
Oh, yeah, the Yoshi.
That came in. I'm like, I need to be playing this. I popped it in and installed it, but I didn't do anything with it. There's too many games. That's a good problem to have, right? But it feels good to be, I think you're doing the same thing. We're like going through our backlogs. We're playing some of these titles.
Trying to, yeah.
Yeah. Medal of Honor Frontline's been hanging over my head for 25 years, and I'm a mission away from beating it, so that feels good to a certain extent. I got 33 iPad app updates. I'm not running that just yet. That can wait. That's not going to go well. This, do you mess with the iPads? Do you get any of the iPads?
No,
I haven't. You rock your MacBook?
Yeah.
I could just bring my MacBook down here for news and do the same thing, but I got this.
The news just up on my phone, honestly.
Yeah. I got this 3 or 4 years ago just for this purpose, and it pretty much stays down here in like the occasional media consumption thing. But it's got a headphone jack. This is before Apple was brave enough to take out the headphone jack, so that's a good thing to have in there.
USB-C dongle.
Yeah.
Just for headphones.
This is actually a Lightning iPad too, so it's throwback. But I think I got this. I got it a year. It wasn't new. It was new, but it wasn't the newest model. But this might be, maybe this fall is I get a brand. My kids have like the newer ones, and they are awesome. They're so fast. Battery's amazing on them. I'm like, I got iPad envy for my kids' stuff. Oh, United Thrumo, thanks for joining, but you're a bot trying to sell us streams, so I'm gonna boot you. Thank you, Thrumo. Oh, it just says we went offline. Did we?
I still see us at the moment.
Okay, it restreamed.
Give it a second. See if it
restream glitched out. I think we're good. You drank.
I thought of you, and
go ahead.
I thought of you the other night, and if they hadn't all been on, if they hadn't all been on Facebook, I think it was Facebook. Whatever their short form content is. I got in like a rabbit hole, and I kept seeing these streamers playing different baseball games, and they all kept having like these weird ass glitches. Like this one dude, he'd be at bat and he'd hit it, and he'd wind up hitting the pitcher like dead in the face. And it would always say, what the speed of the pitch was, and it would always be like over 100 miles per hour. He's like, that guy's dead. He just immediately paused the game. He's like, I can't stop killing these pitchers. I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to do this.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour in the face is taking you out.
I saw everything like that, and there was another content creator that like they hit the ball, it went way up in the air, and you see their character like toss down the bat, and they run to the
Beautiful.
left. And he's like, wait a minute, did he just go the wrong way? And he like does the replay camera and zooms out, and the dude, yeah, he's trying to like run the bases the wrong way.
How does that happen in a game?
There were other glitches where people in the outfield were like doing full like splits before they'd like start their animation to run and try and catch the ball. One of the runners is like goes from first base and like tries to go to the outfield, and then all of a sudden does a slide and then just slides from where he is all the way to to second.
Yes, I would watch that.
It was some crazy content. I was like, oh, Richard would love this.
We have
He would love this rabbit hole.
I would love watching these. We have a Facebook account as a phone number for the Meta account for the headset. And then I use it for Marketplace. Like I went and got that 3D plasma. So we use it for Marketplace. But it goes to both of us, but I don't know if our notifications are on. But if you send me something like I can pull it up, it won't be, I would say don't DM it, but just send it to me and then I can pull it up using using our credentials. Yeah, we have like a combo thing for Marketplace stuff. So
yeah, if I see another good one, I'll see if it's in my algorithm anymore, and I might send you one or two if there's some good ones.
Cesar sent, maybe it was just to me, but like I feel like about 6 months ago he sent that Sega Saturn baseball game that was just insane. I can't remember what happened, but the guy was reacting to everything just incredulous. Like the stuff that was happening in the game was just, the thing was melting. It was fantastic, but it looks so good. Like that Saturn 3D on a baseball looks really, really good. And I think I told you, like Russell and I playing a lot of Saturn baseball.
Was that World Series
soccer?
baseball?
Yeah. That was the one where it loads that Red Book sound bites. Like Atlanta Braves versus Toronto Blue Jays, but you always get that same thing. It's like Boston Red Sox versus Toronto Blue Jays. It's just gonna play that same audio clip, like no matter. There's no cadence or anything to it. It's like a Mad Lib team fill in.
The dude just in the audio booth, like, all right, just read it. All right. Toronto Blue Jays.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Red Sox. Phillies.
It was state of the art. You didn't get that in any other. If you play that on Genesis, you're not getting that on a baseball game. Unless it's Real Talk Football. Joe Montana's Real Talk Football. Starring Joe Montana in a talking real football. That would have been cool. That would have been a hell of a game. All right, let's actually record this thing. Let's get going. We got a little bit of news.
Yeah, let's do it.
These two are probably going to be news this week and next week are probably going to be a little news heavy. I'm
about to say we can probably get through most of these decently quickly. It's the last story that's going to take up the.
You think so? I think that's kind of breezy too.
That was like over 40 minutes of content there, buddy.
Yeah, but it's like 6 games.
It's more than 6 games.
It's like 7 games. I'll let you handle this one. I caught maybe the tail end of it. I didn't see the early part because I actually Googled it. I was like, hey, when is that state of play? Is it this week? And it was like live now. Here's the running blog on Kotaku or something of everything we've seen so far. And I'm like, sure.
Yep.
I
started at 5 yesterday.
I was already spiraling like, hey, Bran, I don't know if I can record, man. I don't know if this is going to work out for me tonight. I was already circling the drain. But I hung on for just the tail end of it, I guess. And then it just ended. Like it wasn't like a thanks for playing. Like some of them do. It was just like whoop. But
it wasn't a Pasta Max night.
Oh no.
Reenactment.
No, as painful as a Pasta Max night was, because I've never had it since then. At least you're going through it, right? Like there's a level of man, this sucks, but at least I'm not in limbo. Like I'm not wondering what's happening. I'm just doing massive evac here. This is what we're doing right now. It sucks. I wouldn't want to do this, but You're not left guessing. It's just you're being held against your will, and it sucks. But you're not waiting for some inevitable thing. Never again, man. I've never been back to that place.
Next time you need a cleanse, you know where to go.
Shit me. Literally. That was the old days of meeting up for the podcast. Everybody was there, and it was like, this ain't gonna happen. It's not.
Nope.
Sorry, guys. Instead of just texting everybody like, I can't make it tonight. Let's delay unless y'all want to do it, sort of thing. So, God bless Boston Max. I ain't been back since, man. I won't even eat a fucking salad. I won't eat a crouton from there.
Oof.
It ain't happening.
I wouldn't either.
It's not going in my body. I've ventured in those waters.
Wouldn't drink water from there.
No, one time too many. Nope. Not happening. Got me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 399 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and cardboard milk cap gaming podcast. That's right. You can make games out of cardboard milk caps. We learned this in the pre-show. Come for the video games, but come even earlier, or not at all, for some rambling about various musings.
I don't think the milk cap stuff got captured.
It didn't. It's on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube.
I think we have a good bit of people that a friend of the show, Charles, he always watches on YouTube. He sends me remarks about the show like the day after it's up before I've even posted the episode. So I've put together like, he's watching the video. He's checking it out. Brant, what's your favorite milk carton? It's not a milk carton, milk jug, lid.
Milk
this is before
cap.
us. We're old guys, but we're not milk jug being delivered on the front porch old, right?
No.
Milkman.
I do. Hey, there's one of the grocery stores down here actually gets milk in a glass container, and it is from like a dairy, I think out of Virginia, or actually maybe in Georgia. I can't remember.
It's a long ways to milk.
But it's actually it's damn good.
Is it pasteurized? Are you drinking some of that raw milk, Brant?
No, it's not raw milk.
Okay. This is not your Southeast premier raw milk podcast.
No raw milk.
Isn't there like a PS3 game you can get an easy platinum trophy? It's like milk in a bag that's milk that's in a bag or something.
Oh, is that one of those like mayonnaise jar click
yeah,
the
that's
lid games or
the
whatever?
The mayonnaise one is the one I'm thinking of. Mayonnaise in a jar, and you could get a platinum on Vita and PS3, right? If you went through and just did these.
Just clicking. You just click the jar.
You paid $10 and played this for 8 minutes and got a platinum. Speaking of friend of the show, Charles, I got the it wasn't platinums back then, but it was all the achievements from. There was an early Avatar game for the Xbox 360, and not the Blue People, but the animated series, The Last Airbender. Always have to elaborate. There's two Avatar universes out there in our respective worlds,
and there are just Xbox avatars.
There are also that Rare's finest contribution to the Xbox 360, I would say, because it's not Perfect Dark Zero fun. Might be Cameo. Maybe it's Cameo or
not Nuts and Bolts.
A lot of people like that game. I feel like that was somebody else though. Was that an actual Rare? Did Rare make Nuts and Bolts?
I think so.
Published by
It's
Rare.
Yeah.
It's on Rare Replay. Yeah, you're right. It is. For some reason I thought they outsourced that, but that's me getting tangled up in other weeds. I was going somewhere with that. I have no clue where. Oh, the Avatar game. Man, you just went, you booted into the game and you played this introductory level and you killed everything in that introductory level and you got the 1,000 gamer score or 1,600 or whatever the cap was at the time. Maybe it was 1,000. I think 1,600 was the Microsoft points you could purchase. Yeah. I'll take obscure Microsoft point denominations for 400. We were, of course, referring to Pogs. Brant, you got something. You unwrapped it in the pre-show. I can't remember if we were filming or not. You going to talk about it in Games Acquired?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay. All right. So stay tuned to learn about Brant's Pogs. I'm sorry, we can't say Pogs.
This episode can't say Pogs. I'll say Pogs.
You'll say Pogs. This episode is brought to you by...
cease and desist on the wall, please.
Go ahead and...
Come, please, Pogs, add us.
Yes. Add us to your cease and desist list. No podcast. That's us.
No podcast.
Your friendly neighborhood no podcast. We've been banned. We're not able to mention.
Better than our it's better than our other one where we're gonna go off tips and tricks, but it's just the tips.
That was not a bad bit. I still enjoyed that gaming magazine bit. On another note too, we got a lot of news to go through. We need to get back to that. You and I were talking about how much we miss gaming magazines, right? I want to plug again. They don't know who we are, obviously, but there's a group of old EGM alums that do a show called Player One Podcast, and they're on episode like 1013 or 14 or something like that. They've been at it for a long time. They were recording on Rock Band mics when they started. That was their recording method. And if you miss the type of stuff that Brant and I talk about, like tips and tricks and these articles and news media and stuff like that, they wrote for EGM and Expert Gamer and through different time periods too. Like one of them started in the early 90s, like 93, 94, and then they went all the way up through like the early 2000s, and they talk about being sent to Japan to procure EGM's PS2s at launch. And it's just, there's tons of good stories like behind the magazine and the articles, and like Sushi X. They know who Sushi X was at certain time periods. The mystery reviewer of Electronics Gaming Monthly. And there's some really good stuff in there. Player One Podcast. And they do a very similar format to our show. They do news and games played, and they do community contributions like questions and things like that. They have a much larger community than we do. So definitely check them out if you like our stuff and you miss these old game magazines like Brant and I are always talking about. They're approachable and friendly, and it's just a good show. I enjoy it. We are also a video game show, and we talk about news. Tonight's news: toss a coin to new Witcher DLC? ? Steam Deck is how much now? ? Digital Eclipse next remaster includes a PS3 game. Interesting. New Call of Duty announced. I thought they were done with those. We have your June Game Pass games, and there was a PlayStation State of Play as of yesterday. We delayed the recording of this show just for you, dear listener and viewer, because we knew the State of Play was coming up. It had nothing to do with my intestinal incapacitation.
Your intestinal state of play.
Ooh. State of disarray, not even like a
state of dismay.
Yes, that was a state of pure dismay. It would have been, so there's two weekly now regularly. Cesar's schedule has him tied up, so he is going to come back to us. He has not left the show. Some people have asked here and there, but his schedule just is not as flexible right now, and he will join us at some point. But with two of us, if someone has to go to the bathroom or something comes up, it's much harder for that other remaining person. You don't have that third voice to lean on, or the secondary one if there's something that comes up. It's definitely a talk amongst yourselves type scenario as you go take care of business. And yesterday I was like, this ain't gonna fly. I don't know. I can't do this to Brant. I don't know what's gonna happen. So we get you some extra news today, which is a good thing. Toss a coin to new Witcher DLC. Brant, you heard of that Witcher game?
I may have.
And there's
at this point it's been out for quite a while, right? That Witcher 3.
Yeah, it came out.
But
I had this earlier because a friend and I at work were talking about this 13 years ago, I think. 2015. 11 years ago.
I'm about to say, yeah.
2015.
Sounds right. I was like, I know it's over 10. It's
so
been out for a minute.
Yeah, and the last DLC came out probably 9 or 10 years ago. And the DLCs are beefy on this. Friend of the show, Mark's Knight, is a big fan of both of those expansions. But this comes from VGC VideoGamesChronicle.com. I mean, we can summarize it, I guess. CD Projekt Red has officially announced that a third expansion for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Songs of the Past, is coming next year. Songs of the Past will launch in 2027 on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC, and was developed by Fool's Theory. So that will be coming out. It's going to bridge the gap between Witcher 3 and the new one. The live stream, which is planned to take place on May 28th, which already came and went, marks the 10th anniversary of The Witcher 3's fan favorite expansion, Blood and Wine. Okay, so it's been 10 years since DLC wrapped up. VGC notes CD Projekt is currently working on multiple Witcher projects, including The Witcher 4, a remake of The Witcher 1, and a multiplayer game set within the Witcher universe. And last summer, we saw a tech demo, which looked good. This is crazy. And the interesting thing to me, it just dawned on me reading this article. They've pitched this, the game of the year, or they call it the complete edition. We've had The Witcher 3 complete edition for quite some time. Like, is this going to be a free download for people that have that? Or I don't see how they make money on something like that, unless this is just a passion project for the fans. No price has been announced or date other than 2027. Who knows? Did you ever get into The Witcher, Brant?
I have not dipped my toe into that universe, but I've heard it's very, very good. And I know your brother is definitely one of the fans of that. You've mentioned that several times, how he just loves those games. So
played the hell out of it on Switch. He played it's his Doom 2016. Like, I played the hell out of Doom on Switch. He played the worst version. But it's still like, you watch the Digital Foundry videos and stuff. It's like a kind of a miraculous port that they pulled off all that content on the Switch. I think I bought the Switch one. It's got all the content on the cart, if I remember right, which was crazy at the time. So. Yeah. But I've gotten it for PS4. I bought the PS5 upgrade. I got the Xbox version. I've supported Steam, GOG. I've supported The Witcher 3 across many a platform. And I've got a bunch of hours in it across different playthroughs, but never like a complete playthrough. It's easy to get sidetracked, and a quest line picks up. Mark's Knight, that you mentioned famously, will play Gwent for days on end. He'll just be in a tavern playing the card game that's built into the Witcher 3. So more Witcher 3 is not a bad thing. What's up next, Brant? Brant, you love The Witcher. Do you have a Steam Deck to play that Witcher on?
I do have a Steam Deck, and it's a good thing I already have one.
It is.
Because just like everything else, because of the increasing shortages of RAM and memory and everything else, the Steam Deck is seeing a price hike. So this is from Jordan Middler via VGC. Just going to kind of paraphrase this here about how both versions of the OLED 512 gig and 1 terabyte are seeing a price hike before the price increase. The 512 model would run you about $549 US, and the 1 terabyte would come in about $649. The respective models are now $789 and $949. So yeah, after tax you're looking at $1,000 for a 1 terabyte Steam Deck. They do note that this is a about 46% increase for the 1 terabyte model, and the 43% increase for the 512 gig. A lot of things to note that this is also the return, because the Steam Deck had gone out of stock for feels like a month or so.
Yeah,
it kind of just went out of it went out of stock completely there. and then returned with its price hike, and the rest of the article is just noting the price increases of course, everything else: Sony's machine, Nintendo's price hikes, and Microsoft's price hikes. But of course, I know a lot of people have now started to sweat the fact that, ooh, if the Steam machine, which is now 5 years almost years old, is
The Steam
$1,000,
Deck.
then,
Yeah.
or the Steam Deck, what's
Yeah.
the Steam machine going? What's
That's
that price going to be?
that's what I'm dreading as well. It's like, ugh.
So.
That does not bode well for the Steam machine, which we don't know a whole lot about, right?
And does a Steam machine at, say, if a Steam Deck is 1,000 and a Steam machine is like 1,000 or more, let's just say 1,200,
Yeah.
to be like, oh, you can have the Steam Deck, or you could have this more powerful version, and they put it at 1,200. Does that even make sense? Because you could buy a pre-built PC for around that or less than that, and technically get better specs out of what they're showing the Steam machine will have. So I don't know. It's all over the place right now. I'll say it before I say it again. I hate AI. I hate the data centers. I hate the RAM shortage. And I do not like what it's doing everywhere.
The best, I was trying to defend it today. I was like, you know what? AI sucks. We've been saying it for a long time. It's the one way that I have like repeatedly leveraged it is doing what I think it was intended for before you get all this crazy stuff. And I don't know that many. The data center, the big pulls are like the graphics and the music and the videos and stuff, right? Like that's just totally, and it's killing water supplies, and there's all sorts of bad stuff with it. This is gonna sound like a defense. I'm not defending it. I love being able to send it. It consolidates Google searches for me. So like over the past, probably since I've had internet access, it's like, what is the best version of Medal of Honor Frontline? That used to consist of a Google search and then like combing through different threads and just reading people's opinions, right? Mm-hmm. You can pit all of this internet activity and search results and everything into one concise thing. That's what I thought it was for. That was my innocent brain of like, this is how this is going to work. And even today, like I was looking at two pieces of furniture on two different sites. And of course the graphics are like totally different on them. I can't tell. I'm looking at like, is 29 by 32 by 15? And then I'm flipping to the other tab and I'm like, well, this one's like 29.1 by 31.7. And I was like, fuck this shit. And I grabbed both URL links and I fed them to it. And I was like, tell me the difference in these two products. And I'm part of the problem. I'm not saying I'm not, but like, man, when it does that type of stuff, it is so concise. Or I was mentioning the Bond games earlier. It's like, okay, I just watched Digital Foundry's video and takedown of all these different things and takeaways. Man, you just search for something like, give me James Bond Nightfire differences in consoles. And it'll tell you performance dips in the PS2 version when you're in the driving sections. Or like GameCube is 2 discs on certain things. And it just breaks down all these things and pulls from all these sources. And I thought that's what it would be for, and I thought it would be harmless, and instead we're getting, better versions of Will Smith eating spaghetti and all this other nonsense that people are doing, and it's a big pull in the power grid, and it's just bad overall, right? It does need to go away. And it's just a shortcut. I have 3 copies of I have Medal of Honor Frontline on every system. I could pop it in and check for myself.
I was gonna say, you could pop them in and just double reference points.
I need to do a series on, I have 007 Everything or Nothing on all 3 platforms too. I need to do a series where I compare and just play like the first level of each one. Because there's a bunch of games I have like that.
Yeah.
Prince of Persia Sands of Time, for some reason I have for all 3. I've got Beyond Good and Evil for all 3 platforms. I could probably go through and figure out which ones I actually do have. Probably Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers and The Return of the King.
Ooh,
Those two action hack and slash style games. Sorry, Brent. I'm trying to make it through here. I'm good. We're good.
you're all right.
Brant, I'm glad we have Steam Decks. That price increase is absolutely insane. And this is only for the OLED models, we need to note as well.
Yeah.
Like, if you can find one of those refurb LCDs for, what are they, $319, I think they start off at,
Something
or,
like that,
or
yeah.
$279 for the 64 gig or something like that. There's not a bad Steam Deck, and you can add extra storage to them, and you're getting
repairable.
You're getting the same guts on almost all of them. So
Mhm.
the OLED's got the faster refresh screen, and it's got a better battery, but that's not a $949 device.
No,
I don't think anybody can defend.
yeah, these things are very easy to repair, very easy to upgrade. So no need to fret. If you want a better battery, buy the better battery.
Yeah.
If you want bigger or more hard drive space, you can buy that and install it.
Yeah, like iFixit sells kits for these things, and
Mhm.
you can dive in there. Brand, I'm going to throw out a prediction. I think the Steam Machine is going to be very expensive as the course follows along. The way you
Probably.
have been tinkering around with OSs and builds and these retro handhelds and all that stuff, I see you building a Steam Machine. I think it's going to happen.
So I might build a Bazite,
Yep.
Bazite machine.
Yep. I absolutely see this happening.
I might do it.
You'll still probably spend $700-800, but I think you'll have a hell of a Steam Machine at the end of it, and you'll have all of these backups that you have been where you've been backing your discs up, where you have these legitimate backups of all these titles.
Yep, legitimate libraries of my backups.
You can play those through that Steam Machine, and it's my prediction for episode 399. We'll see if it comes true before $499.
I think that might be my path. Is I'll have hopefully sometime this month the machine I ordered in April ship that Retro Station, and
I'm personally nervous of this acquisition of yours.
And that will come in, and that will be everything from original dawn of the home and gaming console up to about PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and N64, honestly, if I want to. And then everything else, PlayStation 2 and upwards, might come on another machine. And I mean, more and more emulation. I'm being in this ecosystem and just watching stuff, looking at stuff. I saw something the other day where now there's a 360 emulator that got put on Android. So I'm like,
really?
You can run 360 and PS3 on Android now if you've got a decent enough Android setup. I'm like, what am I doing?
And they just made a big advancement in that PS3 emulator. I think we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, they've had a few updates on that thing, and it's running good on a lot of more systems.
That compatibility got a lot better. Another one that Digital Foundry took a look at. Just take a shot every time you hear Digital Foundry mentioned in our content.
Yep, I watched some of that content too. That PS5, PS3 stuff.
Oh, that was awesome. It was awesome. The Linux one.
PS3 on PS5, should I say?
Yeah.
For listeners.
Brant, that's a lot of old games. Who would play those old games?
I don't know, but we do know one of our favorite companies, Digital Eclipse, is always remastering these games.
They are.
And if you're a fan of Digital Eclipse and possibly a fan of Toy Story,
one could say
this next story is for you.
Would it be a story of toys?
Oh yes. I'm not gonna do a you got a friend in me, or anything.
Go ahead, bust out your best. What's it, Randy Newman? You've got a friend in me.
But this comes from VGC Andy Robinson once again. Atari and Digital Eclipse are remastering multiple classic Toy Story video games spanning NES, PlayStation, Game Boy, and PlayStation 2. And also there's the uh PS3 version or something of
Yeah,
was it Toy Story 3?
which is a very
This
good video game made by Avalanche Studios.
this is Toy Story Retro Roundup, a Toy Story 3 complete edition. Will release on October 15th for PS5, Xbox Series consoles, Nintendo Switch, Switch 2, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Um, and will be it says both digitally 25 and physically 2 game pack is 40 non-Xbox platforms, it says.
So is that 20? Is that 25 a piece, or is that one SKU
I-
for 25 digitally?
I'm guessing that's 25 a piece.
We never get a deal
they're-
physically, though.
Yeah.
That makes me think that the tax is on physical for 40. We get all that for 25
Yeah.
digitally, I would say.
Maybe.
So I
I
always
guess
laugh about you and Cesar picking up like the Jurassic Park collections and the what else has come
They
out?
delisted it.
Yeah, they did delist it, and you've got a
Pick it up.
PS5 physical copy. But this is one of those that like Cesar will talk about playing Jurassic Park with the cousins and stuff like that. I circled Toy Story for Game Boy in the JCPenney wish book, and my grandmother ordered me that for Christmas. So it's not a great video game. It's not. But I played that was my game for Game Boy for like the next my birthday's around Christmas. So when you're real close like that, it's you're the same way too, right? It's
Yes.
yeah, you you tend to get some things lumped together, and you don't have like the midsummer relief of say a new video game coming your way. It kind of you kind of all get them at the same time around the same season. But I got really good at Toy Story for Game Boy, despite it not being a good game. You just kind of get used to its bullshit. But I very much have nostalgia for what they did with that and how it plays, and it's just it's one of those. It speaks to me. It's one of my games.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't have my grandmother anymore, so it's like, all right. But it looks really good. It looks really well done. This is your typical digital Eclipse joint. Is there going to be a bunch of oh yeah, here it is. I'm going to let you get into it. I figured you'd head that way.
Yeah. So it says, of course, the Toy Story 3 Complete Edition. It's a modern remaster of the 2010 with fully upgraded visuals, higher resolution, improved performance. In addition, with the remaster, will include content previously exclusive to PS3 version. Meanwhile, the Toy Story Retro Roundup is a collection of classic-based games from the film franchise across PlayStation, SNES, Game Boy, and other platforms. In this collection, you will get Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue, Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear Star Command, Toy Story Racer,
Toy Story Racer?
Along with a bonus game, A Bug's Life.
Oh, I didn't know that was in there.
A bug, little bug.
We're just gonna sing. We're gonna sing this whole show.
Randy
Cease and
Newman.
desist. Oh, it's another Randy Newman joint, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The games have been upgraded, of course, with rewind, save states, cheat codes, playthrough videos, and guides, enhanced visuals, with the option to switch back to the classic look. We love
cool.
the upgrade and classic look toggle.
Oh yeah.
In addition, the game's Retro Roundup includes archival content, music player, behind the scenes interviews featuring development materials, archival imagery, and insights into both the films and games. We love Digital Eclipse for this. It's always cool to have all those extras thrown in.
We've been wondering what they were doing since Mortal Kombat. Like the Mortal Kombat collection was kind of their last big thing. I feel like, unless there's been something in between there.
There has been something in between, but I've
The Tetris collection.
I'll
Go ahead.
I'll get into that. I'll get into that later.
Oh, cool. Yeah. All right. More foreshadowing. Branch just teasing us for later on in the episode.
Or maybe
This is
I don't
exciting.
think that was announced before that. Yeah, I don't think that game was announced before that.
None of these are bad games. I'm giving that a hard time because I was stuck with Toy Story for the Game Boy. But some of those other versions of that same game were better. And this is pulling from Super Nintendo, PlayStation, Game Boy, and a PS3 game included. That was what you put in the news bit. That's pretty freaking sweet. And I think this was a pack-in with either the 360 at one point or the PS3 at one point or PSP or something. There's like a Toy Story 3 bundle at the time.
Yeah.
I have this. I recently checked it to see if it was a 3D game. In my mind, it was one of those 3D titles. But it's not. Much to my dismay. State of dismay. I'm staying in a state of dismay throughout the whole show. But this is very cool. October 15th. They're going to sell a shit ton of these around the holidays. I'm in for a copy of this also. 6 games between all those. And Bugs Life? I missed that totally.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
And I wonder, it came out on 64 and PlayStation.
And PlayStation. I wonder which version of that we're getting.
Or both. You know, Digital Eclipse has a way of getting a bunch of different versions of stuff on there. All right. Speaking again of new versions and new places, this comes from Tom Reagan at VGC, VideoGamesChronicle.com. Modern Warfare 4 announced. Did you watch this trailer, Brant? Did you watch the trailer for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4?
I saw a little bit of it, but I mean, surprise, surprise. There's another Call of Duty on the way.
It looked
really
what's
good. More surprising, it did look actually pretty decent, but yeah, what's more surprising is some of the things, the versions that are getting cut, and the version that we're getting is a surprise as well. We knew that was coming.
Well, Brand, I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, and I know 2 things. I know I'll still be able to play it on my PS4 Pro that I'm looking at over there. And I know that it will not be on a Nintendo platform because I haven't played Call of Duty on a Nintendo system since Black Ops 2 for the Wii U. Has anything changed?
Yeah, you might want to keep reading.
Oh. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 launches globally on Xbox Series consoles, PS5, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2 on Friday, October 23rd. There was a live stream a couple days ago. They showed off the new setting, which is South Korea. Go back and watch this. This looks really, really good.
It does look. I mean, yeah, they've got some good visuals.
Yeah, that. And it's a new universe. It seems like. And I went back and I did not use AI for this one, but I Googled and was like, are the new Modern Warfare campaigns good? I loved the reboot of Modern Warfare for PS4. I think that campaign was on my Games of the Year list that year.
I believe so.
2019? That was right before you joined the show.
Yeah, I think so.
That campaign was excellent, but I didn't keep up with any of the other subsequent ones. And then one was like, Cesar played it. Remember, he said it was like 4 hours long, and it should have been like DLC for the previous one or something. Maybe it was
something like that.
Maybe that was Modern Warfare 3. And we're, of course, talking about the new series of Modern Warfare because this gets really confusing because this is the first one that's ever been called Modern Warfare 4. There was a Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Yeah, for the Xbox 360. Yeah, but this looks good. We'll see what all the multiplayer stuff ends up being, and it's exciting that it's coming to Switch 2. And I saw somewhere, it's not in this article, but they said it was really easy to get it up and going on the Nintendo Switch 2. So I feel like this has been coming since we've talked about Call of Duty going to not just other platforms, but since the Activision Blizzard acquisition by Microsoft, kind of, would that be contained? Like, would that be a first party? Yeah. Short answer, no. It makes too much money. and there was a lot of, was it like evidence that they were trying to say in a monopoly, like we'll put this on Nintendo platforms? I can't, as part of the purchase,
Well,
as
yeah,
part
there
of
was
the.
even they even signed an agreement to start bringing
It was like a commitment to
Call of Duty,
specifically put it on Nintendo
on
platforms.
Nintendo platforms.
And at the time, we were in that transition, I believe, between the first and the second Switch platform. So we just kind of, everybody was like, "This is definitely a Switch 2 game." But turns out that was accurate. So they go on to talk about all sorts of new features for the game. So
Yeah.
if that's your cup of tea, a very interesting bit at the very end, in my opinion. The development is being led by Infinity Ward with support from Beenox on PC and Digital Legends on Switch 2. According to announcement, support studios include Activision Central Design, Activision Central Technology, Activision QA, Activision Shanghai, Demonware, High Moon Studios, Raven Software, Sledgehammer Games, and Treyarch. So basically, everyone
All
they've
of the Call of
absorbed,
Duty support studios.
everyone they've absorbed that used to have either their own IP or led new titles and franchises. Like Raven made Quake 4 for the 360 launch all those years ago. But now they're rolled into the Call of Duty family. Whatever happened to Toys for Bob, Brant? Are they
split
done?
off. Remember, they made sure they split. I think it was a little bit after Vicarious Visions got broken up, and it was shortly after Toys for Bob was like, yeah, we're kind of separating from Microsoft, but they also signed an agreement to make a new game of some type with Microsoft. So, but they've gone more independent.
Okay. Good for them. Though I would take another Skylanders title.
Mm-hmm.
Another Toys for Life.
I think the rumor or the hope is that that they are possibly working on maybe another Spyro title, or possibly a new game in the Banjo and Kazooie franchise.
Oh,
which would not be bad for them. A bad fit for them either, I think.
That would be awesome. It would be naturals, right?
Mm-hmm. But that's all rumor and speculation. We won't know till we know.
Yeah. All right. That is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 announcement.
Yep. Coming to Switch 2. No more OG Xbox Ones or PS4s. They're even killing what was it? They're killing Warzone for it too eventually, right? Toward the end of this year or first of next year or something like that.
Yeah. Warzone will be this gen exclusive. No more Xbox One or PS4 support for Warzone. And they did this not that long ago with what was that?
Said you better upgrade.
Yeah. They did this not too long ago with PUBG. I feel like that support ended for those legacy platforms. Played a lot of PUBG on Xbox One when it came to that platform. Brant, Xbox Game Pass. Who's got it?
Megan Spur update.
I barely do. Yeah, this is our monthly Megan Spur update.
And we do have to emphasize it is Xbox now, not just Xbox.
Did you see the new boot up on the console? We talked about this when we were playing the other night.
Yeah, I still hadn't even noticed it.
Yeah. Turn on your TV. Don't pull a Weesh. Turn on your TV first, because mine also has that same delay. And then fire up your Xbox. It's got the new startup. And they changed like the icon for the app, and it's they're really leaning into to Xbox being its own identity again. So Megan leads with, we're only a few days away from the Xbox Game Showcase, followed by the Gears of War E-Day Direct. When is that Xbox Game Showcase?
The 7th.
Okay. So between now and
this weekend, this Sunday, I believe, because Friday's the 5th.
4, 5, 6, 7. This Sunday. Maybe we get on there and live stream that. I'm not exactly sure what we have. We have going Sunday, but that might be fun to co-stream.
Depends on the time.
Yeah, always. That is true. But Megan goes on to note, coming to Xbox Game Pass, coming soon. This is as of June 4th, so I might try to get the show up tonight, but maybe as of you're listening to this or shortly thereafter. Hurdling, Total Chaos, Solar Punk, that's June 8th. Undisputed is also June 8th. June 9th is Persona 5 Royal, along with Beastro, Beastro, Beastro.
Oh, because if you look at the picture, they're beasts.
Yes, and they're
not cooking beasts.
Doesn't look like they're in a bistro. Yeah, that fox thing is definitely cooking a fish of some kind, or maybe a dragon. Well, here we go. Bistro blends cozy life sim, Brant. This should be on your radar, and deck building puppet adventure. My two favorite genres.
Puppet adventure.
No, deck building puppet adventure. Team up with an injured god and a ragtag group of heroes, where you provide their magical meals, shaping their decks so they can battle the ravenous monsters destroying your home. Pick up a spoon and save the world.
What favorite shape is your deck?
My deck comes in many shapes. It battles ravenous monsters destroying my home also. Those two things I'm very familiar with. We also have Frog Squad with a W, not a U, coming June 11th. Star Seeker Astroneer Expeditions in-game preview on June 11th. Available day one with Game Pass. Megan notes. Junkster is June 16th. Also available day one on Game Pass. In case you missed it, Batman Arkham Knight for PC and handheld, May 16th. That was a couple weeks ago, so that's already out. Escape the Backrooms. Oh, does that have anything to do with the movie Backrooms that just came out and is making lots of money?
I mean, possibly. The Backrooms has been kind of a thing.
Yeah.
The kind of a internet lore kind of thing, and then there were video games made about it, and now there's the movie. So
the creepypasta.
Yes.
Your game updates are EA Sports UFC 6. Your in-game benefits are a Blitz Bushido set for Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. And leaving Game Pass June 15th. You have 2 weeks for these. Buy them now and save 10% if that's still going. I don't see it in the article here. Jurassic World Evolution 2, Lost in Random, The Eternal Die, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Warhammer 40k Space Marine Master Crafted Edition. That is a remake of the first game with not that many enhancements. And last but not least, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Highly recommended by everybody on this here video game and cardboard milk carton gaming enthusiast podcast.
Worthy of note as well, I didn't put it in here because it's just kind of a footnote thing. Tomorrow, June 4th, adding to the NSO Plus is Donkey Kong 64.
Right.
The extreme collectathon that is Donkey Kong 64.
Right. Go all the way through a level, and then guess what? You have 4 more Kongs to then play through the same level with. Friend of the show, Chill Mills, has the green, Jungle Green N64 that came included a expansion pack and the yellow Donkey Kong 64 cartridge. We played a lot of this game with him.
Does he have the banana cover for the controller though?
I don't believe so, but I have seen one of those in my life, and that's where I would have seen it. So maybe he has it off to the side somewhere. I'm not sure. We played a lot of that and a lot of Mickey's Magical Baking Challenge or Tetris Challenge or something, which is a very good Tetris game for the N64. If you've never played that one. Brant's like, I don't know about this. It's very, very good. And 1080 snowboarding. We played a lot of 1080 snowboarding with Chill Mills. 1080. Boom, 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 boom. Very difficult game. Very rewarding when you finally pass, you beat a race or unlock a new course. But was it easy, quick to learn, hard to master? Was the term?
Yeah.
Like yeah, which a lot of Nintendo, a lot of Nintendo games are. Oh, Brant, you're telling me all about this state of play and how lengthy this is going to be. It is more than 6 games. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah. I will power us through this here, sir.
Let's do it.
So, of course, there was a PlayStation State of Play. We are
Yes.
in the typical time that would have been around E3. And we got a PlayStation State of Play yesterday. Like Richard mentioned, we're getting the Xbox show this weekend, followed by Summer Games Fest next week. And then a supposed rumored Nintendo show possibly after that. So we'll see. But of course, we're going to have a lot of gaming news here. So we're going to go over what was in the state of play. It was a bit over 40 minutes, packed full of games, starting with another look at Marvel's Wolverine. Quite a lengthy trailer showing off a good bit of gameplay, as well as some of the guest characters that we're going to see also from that X-Men universe. I alluded to it earlier in the show, saying that this game looks kind of like Uncharted meets Mortal Kombat, because the visceral, absolute animal-like combat that Wolverine displays is a thing of horror and beauty. As you pummel somebody, and it's just a crazy spray of blood. They kind of showed off a bunch of his combat, some of his like healing factor, and a small little story beat. So definitely check this trailer out. It's about 7 minutes long for that Marvel's Insomniac Wolverine game here. Next up,
I'm excited about that one, so I do need to go back and watch that one.
And that is coming September 15th. And I think they announced a little later that there was they've got pre-orders, and there's a like collector's edition and other stuff going up. But then they went into Marvel Tokon, the Fighting Souls game. They showed off a new team. This is what was it called? The Knights of Doom. So we got a look at some new characters. You got Doom introduced, along with the Green Goblin, Magneto, and Carnage. All of these characters look really cool. The team looked awesome. Showed them fighting, displaying some of their abilities, and some little special attacks, which was really, really cool. Next up, we had the game that leaked a few days before and was kind of wasn't a huge surprise. I think we knew that there was a couple remakes in the work.
But we didn't know what format they would be in, because
we didn't know exactly
that was the
which
twist.
ones.
Yeah.
And we got the Rayman's Legends Retold. This is the remake of the 2013 platformer.
However,
planned for consoles and PCs in October.
However, it's now in 3D.
It is now completely 3D, three-dimensional.
Like reimagined. But you also get, I think, the pre-orders or something come with the Rayman Origins Enhanced Edition, the remake of the...
Really? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that was on top of this. So both SKUs were leaked, I guess, but people didn't know what the Rayman Legends was. Rayman Legends Retold is... they're taking that 2D platform and turning it into like Rayman 2 or 3. It's a 3D platformer. But Rayman Origins, the one that kicked off, well, they called it Ubi Art. It was Rayman Origins and Child of Light and this War of Mine. Like, it was a great engine that they developed. Was it War of Mine? There was one more game, maybe. I think they used that Ubi Art engine. But it was super scalable. Like, it worked on Wii, it worked on PS3. And they made these games out of it. But the Rayman Legends is getting a 3D remake, and Rayman Origins is getting an enhanced, brought to modern platforms in its normal 2D style. So that was kind of an odd twist. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. Co-op fun, it says. That's cool.
Next we had a Dave the Diver spinoff. This is Boncho the Chef for PS5, a new game from the team behind Dave the Diver.
Have you played Dave the Diver?
Specifically, I have not gotten into Dave the Diver.
I think we would all love it, and I have not played it either. It's like always on my, maybe I should buy that list.
But they specifically have to mention it's not DLC, it's an entirely new game. And then oh gosh.
Ikumi Nakamura. It's a new game.
Kamuri. There we go. I was looking for the name of the game.
Kimori Hunt the Unseen.
This is which is releasing in 2027. There's a gameplay trailer where you or up to 3 friends, I think it was, can hunt down yokai, and you basically kind of like absorb them and take their powers on, and it looks very interesting and very unique. It's definitely one to watch. I want to see a little bit more on this, but it does look like a good game here.
She took the world by storm. She was announcing something for Tango, right? Was it Evil Within or Ghostwire Tokyo or something that she like announced, and her energy was just, I can't remember whether it was Tokyo Game Show or E3 or something. She was just like infectious and viral, and everything you want in a video game presenter, and like pitching a new idea or story or something. So that's cool to see that name pop back up again.
Next up we have the Crystal Dynamics Rise of the, or not Rise, but Legacy, Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. This is the remake of the original.
Yeah.
We got a new trailer for it. Confirmed that the game has been delayed to 2027.
No. I wonder if it has to do with Unreal Engine 5, which is a hell of an engine to develop for.
Apparently, yeah.
It seems like more and more issues are popping up with Unreal Engine 5.
It's all right. They got Unreal Engine 6 coming up, though.
Just for Rocket League.
Next was a Annapurna horror survival game that's Jurassic Park Lost Wild. It's called Lost Wild. It's a
starring Jeff Goldblum.
Hey, life finds a way. It's a survival horror built on 3 things: observation, instinct, and restraint. It showed like this character sneaking around or running away from dinosaurs. I don't know. Looked pretty interesting to me. Then we got another look at Phantom Blade Zero, and it got a release date, or its release date has actually gotten moved from September 9th to October 29th.
Phantom Blade Zero.
Then we got a look at Dune Awakening, which will be releasing on PS5 and the Xbox Series systems September 22nd. The console release will include a single player mode, which will also be added to the existing PC version, as well as a scalable difficulty. They did show like multiplayer along with this, where you and some friends could hunt around the expansive Dune universe here.
What is this one? I know most Dune games is like RTSs. What was this gameplay wise?
I don't know. This looked more like a kind of like open world RPG-esque
Okay, we've seen
You
this
kind of-
before.
Yeah, you kind of pick a path for your character as far as like a character class, what kind of thing you want to specialize in.
Skill tree, upgrade paths, and
Yeah.
such. Yeah, I gotcha.
We got another look at the Dynasty Warriors 3
Let's go.
remaster. And they showed the Dynasty Warriors origin character. I don't remember his name, but he's coming to this remaster as well. I think we all enjoy some good Musou games.
Musou, it always scratches a certain itch. And it's I saw it's like streamlined gameplay, like modernized gameplay elements and stuff. So it's not a straight remaster. It tends towards a little bit of remakeage with like engine changes and some of the new gameplay elements that are in there.
Then we got the release date and demo drop for Capcom's Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Oh yeah.
It was already rumored that it was getting a September release date, and it was confirmed here that it is September 25th. So we got a new trailer for that, and like I said, as well, a day of demo dropped as well. So I don't know. I might go ahead and download that demo, try it out, see what I think.
I want to try it out too. When they announced this, my first search was like, I had my Steam Deck on me. I was like, oh, is this play on Steam Deck? Can I? Probably not. I looked at a clip of it and I was like, I want to experience this on PS5. Probably this is not a Steam Deck game currently.
Next up, we got another trailer and a release date for Silent Hill Townfall. It is slated for release September 24th. Game still looks amazing, and to me, I like seeing all like the 90s tech. The main guy is, walking around this town. He's got like a handheld TV, and he's like listening to the voice through the static. And gosh, I forget, there was some other like piece of 90 tech that like stood out to me in the trailer. I was like, oh man. But this game looks like it's going to be really good too.
Yeah.
Konami's on a roll with these new Silent Hills.
Did you play Silent Hill F? Did you play much of that one?
I played a little bit of it, and just something else came out or something else happened, and I just hadn't gone back to it. But it was pretty decent as well. I enjoyed what I played so far. We got the trailer and release for Capcom's new Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief.
Oh yeah.
Will release October 2nd, 2026. For the deluxe edition holders, early access begins on September 28th, and I think if you pre-order it, you got or you're gonna get the Ace Combat 0
Belkin
game
Wars.
as well.
Yes.
So
PS2 title. Yep.
Not a bad deal.
That's a huge announcement there. That thing's been stuck on PS2. It didn't come out on anything else. And it's expensive-ish. It's not as easily obtainable as Ace Combat 4 or 5 for PS2. So that's a real cool addition. I looked up today. I bought the HOTAS controller for Ace Combat 7, like the flight stick where you have the
the Thrustmaster.
Yes, it is the Thrustmaster. We the Thrustmaster 5000. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? It is the HOTAS. Yeah. I always look at HOTAS and I think I just leave it at that. It is the Thrustmaster. We did. I can't remember if we streamed or what. When that came out, we had my brother with like we put him in the VR. Did we stream this?
I remember that.
You remember this stream?
I want to say you streamed it.
So he was in the VR, and I had already
remember at least the story.
Yeah, and I had set aside all these different things, and I can't remember if it was me, Cesar, and Michael, or just me and Cesar. And as my brother's streaming this in VR and he's got the headset on, we put like the hat on him, like the World War II fighter hat, and we put a scarf around him and like a leather jacket we lay over his shoulders, and we're slowly building this outfit on him while he's in the VR headset. That was a pretty good bit. I hope that there's no VR announcement for that one. That would have been a huge VR showcase for PSVR 2.
It may come later, or it might not come at all. It seems seems like they've abandoned VR 2 already. So
seems like it's over. That ship sailed.
Crazy.
Yeah, hell of a headset.
Stuntman makes a return.
All right.
This trailer was a little bit of a surprise to me. It was Saber Interactive. They showed a bunch of famous cars. We got Fast and the Furious. We got Knight Rider KITT, and then all of a sudden we had the DeLorean from Back to the Future. And then we got the title, the Hollywood Stuntman Hollywood. And it's crazy. There hasn't been a Stuntman game since 360.
So I was looking at it and I was like, this isn't the same Stuntman, right? They're just calling this is just a different thing. Is this the same franchise?
I don't know. I'm like, is it technically the same franchise or what?
But it's using Fast and Furious, Back to the Future, Knight Rider. It's like they got the license and got all these other IP roped into it as well. Cool comeback if it is. Those were like fun mission-based racing games.
Next up was Ill, which looked very, very interesting. It was a realistic first-person action horror game, very like body horror. There was a lot of like weird, creepy humanoid creatures. This would be one to check out. It was also Semi-Chemical watching the stream. I don't know if the trailer now is maybe they have an uncensored version, but they had to like blur out some of the creatures walking around because they were, mostly naked humanoid creatures. But it was kind of funny seeing some of them stumble around and just seeing some blur on them. But this game looks really interesting. I mean,
it's gory.
It's very gory. It's very terror horror.
It's very juicy. There's so much blood. I'm watching it now.
It does.
Oh, there's the blur. I saw the blur. Oh, it's a blurry crotch like coming through a doorway with a guy with a knife.
Oh,
show it to us, you cowards. Could that truly be worse than like the blood and the guts that I just watched for the preceding 30 seconds? To see some phallic zombie dong hanging down. It can't be worse than all the blood and juicy guts that I was watching. Ugh. That does look good.
It does look. I don't know. This one might be one to get. We're in a renaissance of original horror games after Chronos, so this one might be another one.
Yeah, it's kind of it is a renaissance. You're right. It's coming back. I was looking in the beginning of that trailer. Did it say? Shoot, I lost it. I was trying to look at that studio. It flashed the studio logo up really fast, and then I lost it. Monkfish or something? Like I never heard of.
Yeah.
Whoever it was, I'd never heard of it.
We got another look at Remedy's Control Resonant, and it will release September 24th.
Soon.
We got it. So we just a new story trailer look. This game still looks pretty good. I know Cesar would definitely be on board for a Remedy game.
Yep.
Then we got some early looks at what's going to be coming to our PlayStation Plus. We've got the PlayStation 2 extremely Bizarro Guitaro Man coming to PlayStation Plus.
Neat game.
In
June.
RuneScape Dragon Wilds will debut as a PlayStation Plus premium and extra title.
They say when that one is, that's like a catalog edition or something. I don't know. Xbox would call it a day one Game Pass title, right?
Yeah. They also have PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy.
I might also have that one on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. It was a good game.
Then we have Onimusha Dreams coming in August.
That's a huge get.
Yeah.
Please give us the rest of those. I don't know if they're planning on remastering all those like they did 1 and 2, but please give us the rest of the Onimushas.
Next, we got a look at what Fire Sprite has been up to after their remake of the Until Dawn. It is Until Dawn 2.
Cut their teeth on the franchise, doing a remake, and then make a new one.
Right.
Just like 343 and the Coalition.
Yeah. Pretty soon they'll be Until Dawn Studios.
Am I wrong? This looked good though. I was watching it. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right. And then it did look interesting. Showed this, group of friends that's out there, kind of filming in order to.
It's like an influencer bachelor island type thing.
Yeah, it's like an influencer thing. They're going there going like, oh, this is an abandoned spooky island, and they're out there kind of hamming it up and gonna fake some found footage or whatever they're doing for their video, and then there's an actual murderer out here.
Yeah, somebody starts cutting them up.
So the crazy Until Dawn storyline takes place, and just like most of these games, they say everybody can live or everyone can die.
I knew something was up. There was a character like racing towards a cliff edge, and it was like, push Jason out of the way or jump separately from Jason. And I was like, this has got to be Until Dawn. It looks so good.
It did look pretty good, though.
It looked like a fun play. I think we would have a good time sitting down and playing through one of those just to mess around with it. And there's no fail states, right? You just play the story. People die or live, and that shapes the story, kind of like Heavy Rain style.
Yeah. And last but not least, a game that got about 20 minutes of gameplay to end the show. From Santa Monica Studio, Cory Barlog's brand new entry in the God of War franchise, God of War Laufey.
I would go with that.
I've heard it Laufey, Lafay. I've heard so many different people say it different ways, but I think it's Laufey.
What does that allude to? That's okay. She's Faye and she's Laufey the Just. I got you.
In the God of War remake 2018. If you haven't played it, you start off as Kratos going through the forest, cutting down some trees, and he is building a funeral pyre
for this character.
For this character who is a woman that he's seemingly been living with for several years. This is where that game starts, is basically funeral pyre goes up, her spirit or whatever goes through, ascends, and she wakes up in this kind of
crazy
twisted
universe.
Version of the afterlife.
There's like a lizard dog, and there's people with flaming heads and scales, and
she finds that she is in what is the afterlife of gods. So there's all these different gods and crazy creatures around. And two characters specifically are either torturing, killing, or just capturing certain other characters. And and the trailer goes through as she, is trying to get a grip on, because she uses magic. She's trying to get a hold of her, magic powers, get her bearings in this new world she's in, and discovering some new characters. There's um, a mouthy cube in the trailer.
Like a gelatinous
Um,
cube, right? With a sword in it.
yeah. I don't know. It looks interesting. I know there's a little bit of controversy with this online that I've seen. Some that I, definitely don't agree with, and some that I'm like, okay, yeah. Just because I'm a little torn as to the fact that I get it. This is taking place in the God of War universe, but it's revolving around Faye. So to call it just a straight on God of War game, I'm like, not necessarily. Like,
I've seen
I would
Mom
have
of
been
War
fine.
floated out there.
Yeah, right. I would have been fine if it was Lao Fei, like her name was the first title, and then it was just like a God of War story or something.
Yeah.
Like, but he is, Corey Barlog has said that this is, it's not a side story, it's not a spin-off or anything like that. This is technically taking place during that, at the same time as what was taking place in God of War 2018. So
On the terrestrial area or whatever, like the real
Yeah.
world. Yeah, you can't. It's in that franchise. I don't know how you call it something else. What would
Right.
you have? Yeah, it's that team and everything. So it's just another story in that universe, and it looks like a story worth telling. The gameplay
Oh
looked
yeah,
incredible.
yeah, and that was my only hang up, is like the naming convention. But whatever, what's the name?
Yeah,
Everything else, the game looks really good.
it really does. Goddess of War? Would you have wanted a Goddess of War?
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I would have probably put her name as the title and put like a God of War story or a tale from the God of War or something.
Like
And
Lomax,
it
a Lemmings Adventure for PlayStation 1. Speaking
and
of
it's
expensive
interesting,
PS1 games.
once the wheel started spinning, I'm like, they said that this is an afterlife for the gods. It's going to be really interesting if she comes across Ares or something, or a bunch of the
Ooh.
different gods that Kratos killed.
It crosses those
Before. So
universes.
I'm like, if that kind of, I'm like, whatever, I don't know. I haven't played this yet. I want to see it. I want to play it. I want to,
Ares.
it's going to be interesting. There's a lot that like went through my head. I'm like, oh, this, I mean, this could be an amazing story. So I'm definitely down for it.
I am,
because
the only
other point of contention I saw was like, oh, it's another, female protagonist game from Sony. Like, okay, who cares? If it's a good game, who cares?
Give us more of them.
Like, who cares who's the main character? Like, I played a game back in the day as a Bandicoot. I didn't care about representation. I just wanted to play a fun game. I'll play a Transformers game. It's a truck. I'll play it. Yeah, I'll play it.
Right.
A game about a girl with a frog gun.
Yeah. I don't need to see
a girl with a yo-yo or a mouse or
a girl with a yo-yo.
I don't care who the protagonist is. If the game is good, the game's good, man. Come on.
I don't need to see my male whiteness expressed on the hero of Metroid, who I know is definitely a white dude underneath the helmet. The original twist on
Right.
on representation and who you think the character is. Yeah, we play as a chubby Italian plumber who gets in a
I'm not an Italian plumber.
Suit. Yeah.
I'm not a gorilla in a pair of overalls. I'm not a purple dragon, but guess what? I can play and enjoy those games.
Those are all fantastic worlds that we get immersed in. You've also been a block falling from the sky with the
I've been a
sugar
block
plum
falling from the sky.
dance of the sugar plum fairies playing in the background.
I've been played Gunpei. I've been just the lines, connected the lines.
I've stormed the beaches of Normandy. I've been a fairy boy.
I've been a train conductor.
Yeah. You've been a trombone player.
I've been
You bring up a valid point, Brant. What are these people raising so much hell about with all
when I
these
see that
different
argument,
experiences? You're absolutely right.
when I see that argument on either side of like we need more representation or this or I don't want to see this or it's
Yeah.
like who cares if the game is good? Just play and enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Like who cares who or what you are if it's a good game, it's a good game.
Yep. Enjoy that character and that character's viewpoint, whether it be a car or a sly raccoon.
A sentient car or raccoon. A chicken. I played a game as a chicken.
Yep. That's a really
blue
good point.
bomber.
Or
Samus Aran.
A choo-choo rocket. No, that was a really good point. I like that a lot. Yeah. I went to pick up Target remember when Target used to do buy two get one video games?
Yeah.
And there was a Target that is closed now and is a Vietnamese market. And I went to get Tomb Raider. This was 2013. I went to get Tomb Raider, that reboot of when that first launched. And I got that. The individual I went with got God of War Ascension, I want to believe, that came out around the same time. And I cannot remember for the life of me. I remember all these transactions and stuff, right? And I cannot remember what the third game was. We might have done the return rebuy and just gotten the 33% off of there. Yeah. Or rebuy return, whatever the phrase is. But he told me I can't play a game as a female character. And I was like, what? Why? Have you seen this? Like, not just, I mean, it's Tomb Raider, right? You've got to have played this. I'm playing it on PS3. You've got to have played.
Dude, you're playing as a girl. Come
on. You've got to have played this on PS1 or the PS2 ones, or, or like the excellent reboot that came in between those of like Tomb Raider Legend and Underworld and all that stuff. Like, you missed all these. And I know he and I went to Toys R Us for their buy two get one the day Uncharted 2 came out. And we both got Uncharted 2. And it's like, it's doing the same thing. This is a great game. Yeah. He's like, I can't play it. I'm like, what? And he was getting God of War Ascension.
Wow.
This is crazy. This is full circle. You'll know the individual, so we'll speak on this later. But it blew my mind. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And they were driving, and I was hammering them like, there's no way you're just going to throw your hands up and be like, I'll never play that game. And he's like, yeah, I have no interest in it. I'm like, that's insane.
Wow.
And this was, when
more games for me then, man.
Yeah, like this would be up your alley. This is your kind of game. And years later, now that I've said all this stuff, years later, we traded God of War 2018 and Horizon Zero Dawn. So he ended up playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So I don't know what changed in that time, but I very distinctly remember that conversation. And was so crazy how random that was. And I'm like, there's no way, because all those clips had come out of like all the crazy ways she could die, like if you messed up. And just that Tomb Raider reboot is a very, very, very good video game. And I was just incredulous to meet that of like,
and I'm over here looking at like Resident Evil Requiem. Like I still haven't finished that, but like when I was playing, I was enjoying Grace's parts more than Leon's. It's like Leon was crazy action parts. Yeah, it's fun, but like Grace's being the like quintessential like survival horror kind of stuff, and like her like quivering and like
running. You guys were saying she would run and stuff, right?
Man, it's so crazy.
Yeah. Just dismiss based off of
but you're
not identifying as a car.
You play a woman.
Or
so
worms.
Freaking bizarre.
I really see myself as a worm.
You're playing
I
a
could
game
play-
as worms, man.
this game.
I'm not
Toe-
playing a game as a worm.
Toe Jam and Earl. That's
Playing
definitely
a-
me. I'm definitely the
you're playing
three-eyed red guy.
Astrobot? Kitty game. I'm not playing as a robot. I want to be a buff man.
It's so
Runs
funny.
and
It's so
hides-
funny saying it
Runs
out
and
loud,
hides
right?
behind cover. Holds
Yeah.
a gun.
No, that was another thing. PlayStation only, no Xbox. Will not play an Xbox game. So it's
You wouldn't play an Xbox. Oh my gosh.
yeah, missing out on all this. And all the rest of us are playing Gears Online every night and
Halo and
yeah.
he
God,
missed out, man. Joke's on
I
him.
think what else we got into back in the day. Grand Theft Auto 4 online when those bits were on. Just some of the multiplayer hijinks. I'm gonna keep it short. We've been going for a hot minute. I'm not even gonna touch on. I acquired some strategy guides, so I'll speak on that. And two of them I already put up, so I think I'll speak on that next week. So we had some really good conversations and went through a bunch of news. Games played. We went through 2 nights of Old Man Halo since we recorded last.
Yep.
We never should have mentioned it before, but we actually got kicked. All of us randomly got kicked.
Oh,
we shouldn't have said anything.
We had so many good nights.
Yeah. And then
Saturday
Saturday night. Yep. We kept getting kicked. And then that ended it, right? That was the last. The last one was like a 5-minute ban or something. Yep. Cesar got on there with us. I think that's on Twitch right
15.
now.
It was like 15-minute ban for me.
You got banned twice. You got kicked. And
you
thought you could get back in.
I got kicked back to back. That's what did it.
That's what did it. You look like a double quitter. And then I was telling you last week on Facebook Marketplace, I went and got a 3D plasma. So I love plasma imagery, like the picture quality on TVs, and I've got that little PlayStation 3D TV. It's like a little 24-inch joint. So I met up with somebody on Facebook Marketplace. I think we would be friends. When I went and got this TV, he had like a storage area full of all these old panels and CRTs and all sorts of stuff. And he's an educator, so this was in the vicinity of an educational institution. And he's like, I get the kids to work on stuff and like swap out capacitors and stuff. And I'm like, you're probably the coolest. Cool. You're probably the coolest educator I have ever heard of. And I mentioned all the Xboxes and Halo and all that. And I was like, if you ever want to host a LAN party and really show these kids some stuff, I was like, I am willing to bring the equipment for all this stuff. He's like, man, we could do that. But it was just, you hear all these Facebook Marketplace nightmare stories and stuff like that. And the dude was like super cool.
This was not that.
It was not at all. Friend of the show, Justin. And man, I could have talked to this guy for a long time. And I've sent him a couple pictures after that. Because I bought some glasses. He didn't have any glasses with it, but they're the active shutter. So you get a battery, you cut it on. The ones I got from Amazon use micro USB to charge. And I could see it at first, like as soon as I powered on, I could see the shutter. And I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work. And then you lose it. You just totally don't even see it. I don't know if you just get used to it or the content comes through or what it is. And the 3D on this panel is spectacular. It looks so fucking good. So me and the kids have gone through. We watched.
You've been sending videos of you and the youngins enjoying it.
They love it. And then I get a text when I go to work because kids are out for school. Dad, we want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy. Dad, we want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3D. Can we use the 3D TV? I'm like, yes, please. Just turn off. When you're done, turn it off and turn the PlayStation off. And so they watched Guardians 3D. We watched Lion King. We watched some of Toy Story. This is the Toy Story episode, I guess. But gaming-wise, I want to hook up. I was telling you about it last week. I want to hook up Halo Combat Evolved. That remaster, the anniversary, has a 3D element. And I have yet to hook up a 360. But I hooked up a PS3. And I played some of just messing with, like tinkering, not actually playing, but playing like MotorStorm Apocalypse. I played a lap. I played like a race of that. Very good 3D. Wipeout HD, that Wipeout HD collection that we got on PS3, that's beautiful, beautiful in 3D. My youngest child and I started Eco. I was like, you might like this. This might be your sort of storytelling and this is the kid that likes anime, and I'm like, this might be the immersive type thing. They were bored with it right off the rip in the castle. Like we didn't even get out of the first. I didn't save. We didn't get to a save point in Eco, and I was like, okay, this is not for you. But we'll try. They played Epic Mickey 2, which is a 3D game for PS3. They tried that out together and kind of left it alone. They weren't super wild about it. I don't think we saved on that one either. What else did we mess with? We've watched a couple like 3D. I've got like an IMAX Mission to Mars type thing that we watched a little bit of. Just messing around with that, and it's been a lot of fun. And that panel's beautiful, man. 3D gaming. I know you know this with the 3DS, but 3D gaming was special. That's a whole nother layer of like it's to me it's up there. Like you have HD as a base, and then you have 3D and 4K, and they're interchangeable as far as immersion to me. I love that, how that feels. But I want to try some more stuff. I got out one of the Top Spin 4 is 3D. So I was like, let me try out a tennis game, but I have yet to pop that one in. So there's also, since the PS3 store is still open, MotorStorm Apocalypse was like a full 3D game. But the second MotorStorm game is called Pacific Rift, and they came out with a $10, basically a demo. It's like a sample of Pacific Rift. It's 10 tracks from Pacific Rift, but they're in 3D, and it's called MotorStorm 3D Rift. And I ran into I fired up the PS3. The shop is still up. You can go in the store. You have to add money to the wallet from another device, and that's what I ran into. And I was like, damn it! I got all the way there, and I was like, damn it! And so I didn't pick that up yet, because the last time I did it, I bought Alundra for PS1 on the store, and Helldivers. I got the Helldivers Dive Harder or something, the one that gets you like PS3, Vita.
All the ones, yeah.
Yeah. I picked that up when we were in our big Helldivers phase. So my wallet is currently 0, so I've got to add some funds. And have you done this recently? Like, can I buy a PlayStation card and add it to my account, and then that also shows up on the PS3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you just have to, just redeem it
like I normally would
online, and it'll show up in your wallet.
That's what I need to do.
So, yeah, it doesn't matter how you add the funds, you cannot add them via the PS3.
Does not work that way.
Yeah. Nope, not anymore.
Because I got all the way through. I remembered this at the last minute. I got all the way through and I saw PayPal on there, and I was like, well, maybe something changed. I'll just use PayPal. And it's like, there's no funds in your wallet, so you have to add that money on there. But that's it for me. Some old man Halo with you, and tinkering around with a 3D TV, and some 3D Blu-rays with the fam. I gotta find a place to put it. There's no spot. There is a spot, but I want to play a racing game too. My racing wheel's over there. Gran Turismo 5 would be pretty cool with the racing wheel, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for me for this week. What you got, Brant?
I got some games that came in. We mentioned Digital Eclipse earlier.
Yeah,
this is the Digital Eclipse Disney, the Afternoon Collection.
I did not know they got a Switch 2 release. That totally passed me by. Okay,
completely on cart.
Ooh.
It contains DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers, Goof Troop, DuckTales 2, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers 2, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and Bonkers. Save Load Rewind, Gallery mode filled with Disney history, test your skills with Boss Rush, Time Attack modes. And like I showed you, it came with some goodies. It came with some stickers and some 8 retro milk caps, which we definitely agreed that these are Pogs.
Definitely Pogs.
And then I finally jumped and added it to my collection. It was that time of the year where certain Sony products and games go down.
Yeah,
in price.
It always seems like the same titles though. So what did you grab?
You just mentioned Gran Turismo. I just grabbed Gran Turismo 7. because it dropped down. I'm like, man, I've been thinking about it forever. I've wanted to try the VR because I heard the VR is amazing in this game.
That is,
So,
I have yet to confirm this. I downloaded the demo to try out and haven't done it, but that is supposed to be like the killer app for PSVR 2.
Yeah.
It's Gran Turismo
That's
7.
what I have heard.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and grabbed that. Other than that, on my quest of modding things and just screwing around, this is a slim PS2 that I have.
Yes. Is that the official stand?
Yes, it is.
I haven't seen one of those in so long.
It reminds me very much of the official stand for the PS5 that we got, which just has the little screw at the bottom
and the latch.
Yep. You just put it in there and
very
screw
similar.
her in, and she's ready to go. But this was the model I chose, at least, to mod. Modding a PS2 nowadays is extremely easy. Found a pack of these little guys for about $20 for our listeners. This is a 64 megabyte card with free McBoot on it and TF card adapter, which allows you to put a SD card into this little adapter that looks like a PS2 memory card and allows you to use that as a storage device as opposed to a flash drive or a hard drive. And literally you plug both of them in the system. Once I got everything loaded up with the PS2, as far as the games, you have to make sure they're in a certain format. You have to use a companion application and make sure the games are like recognized by it. It puts them all based on their like actual PlayStation like code release, the region and everything. And you can add box art and everything, dress them up real nice, and then you just start your PS2 up, go into a application called OPL, and make sure your settings are right, and they just show up. So I've got about 68 games, I think I put on there.
Okay.
Just mostly focused on either games I wanted really easy access to, but did focus more on some of the games and titles I didn't have.
Yeah.
Or on, I put a couple Japanese only titles on there that we didn't get over here, just to try them out. Because there's a
very cool,
apparently a pretty good Cowboy Bebop game that we didn't get over here.
I always hear about that. Did you try that yet?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
they skipped us for the PS1 and PS2.
I know.
And apparently that PS2 game is really good. So
love me some Cowboy Bebop.
I booted it up, went through that menu, everything looked great. Went ahead, surprisingly, from everything I read and saw, games tend to load faster through that memory card reader. I wouldn't know. I haven't booted them off a USB drive or a hard drive yet to see.
Okay.
But apparently hard disk is a decent way to go. USB drive tends to see the most issues, I guess. Okay. Something through that USB bus trying to read and retrieve that data, just sometimes it gets hung up or
just crazy to me. The memory card slot is so fast.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear that too, but it just worked, man. I started playing Star Wars Force Unleashed because it's been years since I played that game. I think it was early high school, and I played it on the PSP back in the day, if I remember correctly. That was my way of playing it. So
of course, it's early high school for you, naturally. baby Brant.
I downloaded the PS2 version because I heard the PS2 version actually was pretty decent, and I know you backed that up as well.
Friend of the show, Michael, has that he's always trumpeted. I believe PS2 and Wii versions of Force
Really?
Unleashed. He says are really, really good.
Yeah. I was about to say, I think I heard that the Wii version's pretty decent too.
Mhm.
So, in this game, you play as Darth Vader's secret apprentice. This is kind of like a not canon game.
Not anymore. Not after that. What's a legend? Star Wars Legends.
Yeah.
What's he called? Star
And, like,
Killer.
Yeah.
Or
so you start off.
Yeah, you Star Killer.
You start off the game as Darth Vader going to Kashyyyk, which is the planet of the Wookiees, and you're hunting down a rogue Jedi. And as you find him and fight him and kill him, you feel the presence of somebody else who's stronger, and you think that it was this other Jedi's master, but then it turns out to be a small boy. And you take the boy with you and train him up.
That's such a great story. That's such a great side story, right? It's fantastic.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the whole like underlying thing is he's kind of at odds with the Emperor. So he's got the secret apprentice and he's training him up, and eventually they're going to take down the Emperor. And so like the first part of the game, you're going around having you hunt down other Jedis, and he's like, it doesn't matter if I send you there and you come up against anyone, just kill them. It doesn't matter if they're rebels or if they're Imperial. He's like, nobody can know you exist. And you go through and you fight and beat a few Jedi, and there's a skill tree in this game. You get points and upgrade your force lightning and force push and all these other abilities, and get more as you progress through. And eventually the Emperor finds out that you exist, and kind of confronts Vader on the ship, like after you get back from a mission, and tells Vader that he has to kill you, and he kind of somewhat fakes your death by almost actually killing you and throwing you out into space, but then saving you afterward. And then telling you, I had to do this because,
That's such a good story.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
But, I need you to continue and get stronger in order for us to actually take him on. So now you've go around and you have to hunt down one of the Jedi that you previously, quote unquote, killed. You went after at the beginning, and he somehow survived, but he is like a shadow of the man he was. He's like blinded. Like, yeah, I don't do any. I'm not, I'm not doing any of the Jedi stuff. You're kind of hiding who you are from him, but you're also trying to use his connections in order to put out feelers and see if you can find these people that are rebelling against the Empire and rally them in order to create some big strike and diversion to kind of lure the Emperor out and distract him before you and Vader ultimately are supposed to, take him down. So that's where I am right now. I'm still I'm gaining new abilities and everything. It's a dang good game.
Playing the PS2 version of The Force Unleashed. Who thought this was on the bingo card for 2026?
And it's funny, I went hunting for cheat codes to this game, and then wound up like going through a bunch of the trips,
just the
tips and tricks magazine, and like I found codes for your Medal of Honor game, and there was like an invincibility code.
Oh,
you're like,
my God.
Damn it, I could have used this.
Where was this a week ago?
But
that's too cool.
Yeah, I'm loving getting lost in this older generation, because man, these games, I'm playing this PS2 version of this game, and I'm just like, man, it's the faces kind of look a little weird and get kind of buggy sometimes. Like the eyes kind of are a little bugged out every now and then, but
yeah,
like everything else, the the ambiance, the music, the the set pieces in these. I mean, we talk about like certain set pieces in like bring up Uncharted again or God of War, but these games had them too, and it's like I completely forget about like how really just amazing these and how big of a leap we went from PS1 where everything was super polygonal and the most emotion you got out of characters was just hand movements, and there was no
Yeah.
facial expressions, and two, we got full
Weird
on
texture
like,
warping.
yeah, we got full animations and all these like more
Mocap.
expressive
Actual.
faces, and
Yeah.
yeah. And it's just like, man, these were some good games, man. These were some really good games.
We didn't know how good we had it. We started chasing diminishing returns like HD
Mhm.
and always online connectivity and DLC and stuff instead of full purchases and working games. And there
Mhm.
were glitches. You didn't have patches on those, but
Yeah. Oh, but that's it for me. Some
that's it for you.
Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, modding the PS2, and definitely played some Old Man Halo with y'all,
Yep.
which I'm sure we'll get into again later.
Oh, I'm ready for more. I'm already ready for more Old Man Halo.
Always ready for Old Man Halo.
It's a perfect game without the stupid ban Yahtzee that we never know if we're gonna end up
Yeah, that's
encountering or
true.
not. It's just, that part sucks, man. But thanks for bearing with us for this news heavy episode, and next week's probably gonna be the same just because that's the season we're in. But
Yep.
if you're excited, if you are tuning into the show, this is probably the kind of stuff you like. So we appreciate you coming here for our takes on it. Next show is the 400th. It's kind of a big number. Maybe we see if I would like to get Cesar on, of course, but maybe we see if friend of the show Michael can join us for another. See if we have 4 of us again. So
Yeah.
for the big 400. Which one did he join
Big
last?
400.
400.
He was on. Was that 300?
It doesn't seem like that long ago that he was with us.
Because the last time he was on, it might have been around 300, or it might have been 300.
Is it 300 or 350?
Maybe 350. But it was we were talking about our experience with the Switch launch, because I thought about that earlier today.
Yeah. It's been many moons.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Too long.
It seems like yesterday and also a long time ago
Right.
at the same time, right? That's the crazy part. But thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.